Hi, welcome to Everyday Math Lesson 4.9. So today we're going to be working on using ordered pairs in order to make a graph and actually looking at data to use those ordered pairs or to make this graph. This is very important because sometimes you're going to need to compare how something has grown over time. So maybe this could be how much a child has grown in inches over time, or how fast a car can go, laps per second, miles per hour. It can be used for a lot of different things. It can be used for how much money that you've saved in your savings account over time. So using graphs like this and finding and graphing data is important, and it's a good skill to have because it's things like this that are going to help you as you get older. So we're going to be working in our Everyday Math Workbook. We're going to start on page 138 today. And I'm going to move my little picture off to the side, and we're going to talk a little bit about how this is going to work. So we're going to start. And this data shows that Lilith's and Noah's age at 5 different times in their lives. Okay? So when Lilith was 1, Noah was 3. I'm sorry, when Lilith was 5, Noah was 1. When Lilith was 7, Noah was 3. When Lilith is 9, Noah is 5. So this gives 2 different ages for these kids, and it compares them. Now what we can do is we can then take this information and we can make ordered pairs. So when you're writing an ordered pair, there are a few things that you need to make sure that you do. You need to make sure that you have them in parentheses. That shows me that it's an ordered pair. You also need to put a comma between the 2 numbers. That shows me that this is something that you're going to be able to graph. We've used parentheses before where you multiply or add, so that comma shows me that it's not something I have to do, it's just an ordered pair I need to graph. Does that make sense? So I don't need to add, I don't need to subtract. It's a comma, that means I need to graph it. All right? The way that you're going to do this is Lilith's age will be 5, Noah's age is 1. So literally that's what makes your ordered pair. After you have your information in your data chart, it's a lot easier to make your ordered pairs. 7 and 3, 9 and 5, 11 and 7. What is my next ordered pair? What would my next ordered pair be? When you write this ordered pair on your own, you're going to make sure that you have your parentheses. 12, 8. I know that our book gives it to us. However, sometimes that you're going to have to actually write these or type them out on your own. So you need to get used to actually putting the commas and parentheses in there. Okay? Now, first it says write their ages in ordered pairs and then plot the points on the grid. Okay, 5, 1. 5, 1. Remember, you're going to go over and then up. So over to 5, up to 1. Over to 7, up to 3. Over to 9, up to 5. Over to 11, up to 7. And my last one is over to 12, up 8. What do you notice? What do you notice about these points? What do you notice? One of the things that I notice about these points is if I connect them, if I go from here up this way, it goes in a straight line. So that's what I'm going to write. Perfect. All right, it says connect the points with the line. What other information can I get from this line? So I'm going to actually connect these points, but I'm going to make it go a little bit further. And I'm going to just use something that's flat because that's going to help me keep it nice and even. What other information, I'm going to show you the picture again. What other information can I get from that line? Well, when I look at this line, I can tell you that when Lilith was 4, that's when Noah was born. Noah was 0. I can also tell you that when Lilith is going to be 15, Noah is going to be 11. I can look at this data and find other ages because it's going to be proportional. So the way that I'm going to write that is I'm going to say I can find the ages of Lilith and Noah at different times. So basically during different times of their life, I can see how old they were. Use this line to determine the ages of Lilith and Noah at various points in their life. So when Lilith was 8, Noah was what? How old was Noah when Lilith was 8? Looking at my graph again, I'm going to go to where Lilith was 8. I'm going to go right up here, and then I'm going to go across. So Lilith is 8. Noah is 4. Awesome. How old when Noah was 6? How old was Lilith? Okay, so Noah is 6. How old is Lilith? On this one, really pay attention to the side. So I'm going to show you this one. You're going to do the next one on your own. So when Noah was 6, how old was Lilith? So I'm going to go up to Noah's 6 and then straight across. And I can see that Lilith was 10. Okay? So how old will Lilith be when Noah is 11? All right, so the question was, when Noah is 11, how old will Lilith be? All right, here's Noah, straight across. It's going to be right here. So Lilith will be 15. Your answer should have been 15. Explain how you solved problem 4C. So for this one, I found Noah's age at 11, then followed the line down to see Lilith's age. Basically, that's what I did. I followed the line from over for when he was 11, found where it met, went down to find Lilith's age. Who is older, Lilith or Noah? Who's older? All right, looking at this, I know that Lilith is older. And I know that she is 4 years older. And the reason why I know that is because she's always 4 years higher, or 4 numbers bigger, than what Noah's age is. When he was 11, she was 15. Add 4. When he was 6, she's 10. Add 4. That's how I know that she was older. So now you're going to work on the next page a little bit together and a little bit on your own. We're going to do the same idea and the same method when doing this one. So for each data set, you're going to fill in the missing values and then write the data as ordered pairs. Plot the points on the grid and then connect them using a straight edge. Use the graph to answer questions. So here we go. All right, so Dean is raising money for charity. He earns $2 for each lap that he runs around the gym. So 1 lap, he gets $2. How much does he get for 2 laps? For 2 laps, he's going to earn $4. All right, if he earned 6, how many laps is that? Okay, 2, 4, 6. That's 3 laps. Awesome. How much would he earn for 4 laps? I'm multiplying by 2, so 4 times 2 is 8. 4, 8. Time to graph. 1, 2. 2, 4. 3, 6. 4, 8. That's what your picture should look like. I'm going to use my little straight edge. I'm just going to use this to help me out because that is just something that helps me. There we go. There we go. So if Dean has earned $14, how many laps has he run? For this one, I'm going to go up to 14, go over to see where it matches, and then I'm going to put my X because that's what it says to do. Then I'm going to find my answer, 7. What are the coordinates for this point? I want you to type in the coordinates. What would I use for that point? All right, we remember over and then up. So over to 7, up to 14. So my ordered pair would be at 7, 14. Awesome. Let's do the next few on this page. Let's see what we can figure out. Sally uses 2 paint brushes for every 1 jar. So 2, 1. 4 paint brushes. Okay, 2 for this jar, 2 for this jar. So on this one, we're going to divide by 2. That's going to be my little hint. So when you're going this way, you're going to divide by 2. All right? 3 jars, so going this way, I'm going to multiply by 2. 3 times 2 is 6. What is my final answer for the last one? If Sally uses 8 paint brushes, how many paint jars will that count for? All right, so for 8 brushes, I'm going to divide by 2. That would cover 4 jars. So my ordered pair would be 8, 4. All right, I'm going to graph. Here we go. 2, 1, 4, 2, 6, 3, 8, 4. If Sally uses 6 jars of paint, how many brushes does she need? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw my line. And I'm going to see if I can figure it out. All right, here we go. So if she uses 6 jars of paint, how many brushes will she need? All right, for this one, I'm going to go up to 6 jars of paint, straight over until I hit my line, and then I'm going to put an X because that's what it says to do. If I look at that, actually, I put it in the wrong spot. My bad. I'm so sorry. Ignore that first dot. It doesn't make sense. That is not where it goes. It goes right here. So she will need 12 brushes. My line is just a little off, guys. Sorry. 12 brushes. So if it is right here, what will my ordered pair be? What are my coordinates for that spot? And this is a prime example. Notice that my line was a little bit off, so I chose the wrong spot at first. So this is just a reminder and a warning for a lot of you. When you're doing this, make sure you really pay attention to where your spot is. Okay, make sure you pay attention to where your line is and make sure it's a straight line. This is a mistake that I made, right? So looking at this spot, knowing that there are 12 brushes, my coordinates should have been 12, 6. Awesome. That's how you do ordered pairs. That's how you do coordinates. I hope that this helps you out realizing ways that you can use this in real life. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you later. Bye.